All right, we are live. Drinking some hot tea, just to get my voice going. Wait for people to come in. Wait for notifications. Take a little while, I guess. Come on, there we go. Now everyone knows I'm here. Somebody will show up, I'm sure. Oh, one person's here. Uh, all right, guys, come on in. Everybody, come on in. Zero. Okay, well, it's Friday night. Hey, maybe everybody's out there partying. I don't know. We shall see. Someone will come in. Louisville was losing. Did I see that Louisville was down 7-3? Is that true? Surely not. That was 14 and a half there on Louisville. Louisville is 7-6. Wow. In the third quarter? Man, Louisville's not having. What's up, Ethan? I'm watching Louisville. Yeah, what's going on, man? What the heck happened? Man, see, that's just why we're ahead of them in the power rankings. People don't look at rankings, but we're ahead of them. I hate to say it. I don't know about this week. Well, we will be. So, hey, what's up, Jackson? What's up, brother? We're just talking about the Louisville score. It's only 7-6 in the third quarter. James Madison is winning this game. Wow. I mean, what kind of game is? Hey, Ethan, what's Louisville's quarterback doing? Because he has a big arm, Miller Moss, but he must, and he must not be having a good game. 14 and a half point favorite. I almost bet that. I did not, though. Uh, come on in, everybody. We're talking about Louisville. Our game against, yeah, our game. Look, we're ahead of them. People, we're not the worst team in the SEC. We're ahead of Mississippi State and Vanderbilt in the power rankings, and we have been since the beginning of the year. But people don't want to hear that because that's not what they feel like. If you saw my video today, we talked about feelings. Ole Miss this is about feelings. But let's let everybody get in here. All right. Yeah, we should. That surprises me that Louisville is struggling. It's down to a 4.5 for Louisville. Wow. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. Todd, what's up? Hope the offense get a defensive break. That would be good because if they can't, we're in trouble. I mean, I don't mind that Ole Miss plays fast because their quarterback will make some mistakes. He made mistakes trying to play fast after the first series that they had scripted. Yeah, so let them play a little fast. But yes, our receivers have to catch the ball and get open. I mean, that's the bottom line that screwed everything up was you don't get open. I say start Hester over Harley Gilmore. That's what I'd do because the dude's experience. And I'd play Stellato 50-50 with Law because Stellato can catch and Law can't run that long route. He's just too little. He's listed at 5'10". He's probably 5'9". Yeah, I mean 5'8". I don't know if he's 5'10", but we shall see. Yes. Yeah, if you watch my video, guys, I put out a video today on why. We'll talk about why Ole Miss has to win this game because they don't have a choice. But also, if you looked at my Zach Calzada video, you see people, balls hitting them right in two hands, and they're dropping it. And then you blame it on Bush Hamden and Calzada. No, no. You know, too many mistakes. Seth McGowan, two hands hit him, he dropped it. So many people not playing Hester. I don't understand that. He was Stoops alluded that we're going to play Hester, and I hope so. So he's 6'5". I mean, Jesus Christ, he can get open. He can. We don't have any people who can hand fight. You got to win the one-on-one. You can't let the defensive back just body you up, and then you just Kendrick Law stop running on a route, and then it looks like Calzada overthrew him, but you watch it back and you go, no, he didn't overthrow him. He threw to where he was supposed to be. He just gave up on the route, and can't do that. So yeah, receivers are really a key to this game because we got to throw some. Now this loading the box, they're not going to load the box. Lane Kiffin's not that stupid. Uh, Ethan, one hand catch. Oh, really? Oh, wow. Wow. James Madison's playing really good then. Hey, what's up, Posse? I can see your D line dominated their O line. Yes. Our D line dominating their O line. Yes. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, they've got three new offensive linemen, and you could tell they were out of sync the first half. He got hit. And look, and let's talk about Ole Miss's defensive line. What have we said? They ran for 191 yards on 34 carries. Georgia State, who's currently ranked 115th in the power rankings, ran for 5.6 yard average on you, and then you get on all these podcasters get on, you're going to beat us 52-7 and shut down our run game and run all over, and your wide receivers are just going to be running wide open. Okay, all right. Well, the line is down to 8.5. If you guys have not seen, it went from 10.5 to 8.5. So it's getting in our favor. Well, why? Because people watched the game and they saw what we saw. So Christopher Reese, what's up, brother? This game tomorrow is all about feelings. Yeah, you heard me say we'll let some people get in here, but yeah, look, we want to win the game. They have to win the game. Big difference when you set yourself up for failure like that. That we have to win the game. Now we'll talk about why. If you haven't seen my video, I told you in the video this afternoon why, and but we'll talk about it. Nobody's saying it, but I'm going to tell you. Okay, the KSR is not going to tell you. Nobody podcaster is going to tell you. I'm going to tell you why they have to win the game. And there's a lot riding on this game. I'll give you a little hint. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But man, what's going on with the Louisville? I don't understand what the heck is, you know. Yeah, man, it was 14 and a half. Now they're still a 4.5 point favorite. But man, they are struggling, it looks like. Man, so wow. That surprises me. Maryland's barely beaten Northern Illinois. Okay. Not that I care about Big Ten. Oh, Northwestern's beating somebody. That's a scoop. No, the game tomorrow. Look, guys, we can win this game. I mean, we all we got to do is stay with them, get in the fourth quarter, just like last time. Let a guy miss a field goal. Somebody put pressure on them, mental pressure on them, and let's see if they fold like they did last year. 14-6, they just scored. Wow, wow, Jeff Brom, man, that surprises me. What's their quarterback doing, Ethan? Well, I guess nothing. Miller Moss was this big, he had an arm. I did a video on Miller Moss. You can go back and look at it. And I broke down Louisville. But man, at USC, he threw a lot of picks. Like I think he threw 19 touchdowns, but like 8 or 9 interceptions. So yeah, it was 2-1. So he must not be having a good game, I'm going to say. Wow. Wow. Two quarterbacks in and out. Oh, you mean James Madison? Okay, I thought you meant Louisville. Well, wow. I mean, uh, yeah, we get talked about like like if you looked at my video today, people just think we're just trailer trash, don't deserve to be Division 1, worst team in the Division 1. They don't look at numbers. They just feel like they want us to be bad. I mean, they're just hoping, and just like they prayed we'd lose that Toledo game. Oh, they were hoping we'd lose that game so bad. Now they're praying, hoping, and praying we lose this game. Hey, maybe we won't. So we'll see. Wow, but no. Yeah, let's come in here fired up tomorrow. We're gonna watch the game, guys. 2 o'clock right here. Pregame starts at 3 Eastern, 2 Central, and we'll just see. Since they wouldn't let us be on SEC Nation, guys. I don't know if you probably saw my post. Paul Feinbaum says we're not good enough. They're gonna put on Kansas and Missouri. Nobody's gonna watch that. You dumbasses. Let them go ahead. ABC's gonna get all the ratings. Uh, Oh, does KSR? Well, I listened to some of their game. I listened to their show today. I'm not sure. Jackson was there at the remote. Jackson, did they want us to lose? If you're still here, hey, what's up, UK for life? KSR, look, man, you know, Nick Roush and them came on the other night when I was on, on Wednesday night, and they came on before I did. I was listening to them. Man, it's like, are we going to a funeral here? Let's get fired up. We can win this game. The numbers say we can win this game. It's went from 10.5 to 8.5 in 24 hours. I told you guys bet the 10.5. So we'll see how low it gets. We're pretty positive. Oh, so see, Jackson was at the KSR Live remote today, and yeah, I mean, I listened to some of it. I mean, look, Ryan Lemon gave that speech or whatever he yells and screams. Whatever, I get it. Listen, uh, JMU's dominating them. Wow, that surprises me with a new coach. And if we win this game, we have a chance to go 6-7. Okay, well, we have a chance to go 6-6, I would think. Look, guys, I don't know how good Florida is. I don't know how good South Carolina. South Carolina did not, you know, they scored. They actually ran a punt back or something to help them because they struggled with Virginia Tech. So we don't. Vanderbilt's not that good. I don't know how good South Carolina is since they lost a lot of defensive players. Maybe we can give them a game. Auburn doesn't. Jackson Arnold ran more than he passed. So if you watch my video, yes, you'll know I said he can run and he can throw a 15-yard pass. We have a chance against Florida. Auburn, Vanderbilt, we can be in those. Texas did. Hell, Texas didn't impress me that much. Uh, so yeah, I mean, look, we'll see. Let's just see before we start. Damn one game, guys, and people think they're psychic and can predict the season. You think Texas thought they were going to lose? Texas is still number one in the power rankings, by the way. How I have no idea. It goes by the numbers, so I have no idea. But we'll just worry about our game. And as we get a few more people in here, we'll talk a little bit more. UK for life. Tennessee, yeah, Tennessee. We'll see. Josh Heupel, man, damn, that guy's a good coach. Man, we just cannot. We are struggling with him. Vandy, yeah, South Carolina. Yeah, I mean, look, as long as we stay in the game, when you run the football, you can stay in the game. When you shorten the game, you can stay in the game. So uh, we just, everybody's talking about muck it up. This is a new phrase for us. All over these podcasts, all these soothsayers and people that look like they're homeless on there say that we muck it up. Yeah, we run the ball like it's a new thing, like it's bad to run the ball. Okay. All right. Well, we'll just run the ball and you just try and pass it. But no, guys, I think that's the one big myth. And I was on Jackson's podcast tonight, Big Blue Breakdown. And look, we talked. Look, Ole Miss is going to run the ball. He's not going to be in the shotgun like he was against Georgia State. They didn't show us anything. They're not going to be in a one back set and throwing 40, 50. That's not going to happen. They have to run the ball, and they know it. They got to run the ball, and they're going to run the ball. All this passing 30 or 40. No, he's not going to. I think over under passing yards for him for Mr. Simmons is 260. I'd bet the under on that. Come halftime, Cutter should come in. Well, no, I mean, I hope not. Look, man, if Cutter has to come in, we're in trouble. And look, UK for life. If you go back and watch my video on Zach Calzada, was not his fault. And that's exactly what SEC, Cole Kublik, and the people that watched the game back like I did. It, our receivers never got open. And when they did, it hit them in both hands, dropped the ball. Seth McGowan, first down, both hands, dropped the ball, dropped the ball. Of course, Gilmore dropped that touchdown, and then Kendrick Law gave up on a route. So now it was awful when you have you're starting two of your starting wide receivers and you get one catch. Okay, one catch between who? Kendrick Law and Macklin, and you only get one catch. So yeah, if you got to bring Cutter Boley in, we're gonna. I mean, we're down a lot. Okay, that wouldn't be good. Is hurry up offense? No, not my concern. UK for life, and I'll tell you why. Because we're not Georgia State, and he made some mistakes when he was trying to go fast. So you know what? He's on the road for the first time, seeing our defense. We're going to show him looks. We're going to get a rush on him. Let him speed it up. Let him speed it up because he was making mistakes in the first quarter, and so yeah, that's fine. That wouldn't scare me. I don't think it scares Brad White, but we got to be able to do that. BBN, what's up? I'm literally what now? Hey, Randy's here. What's up, Randy? Driving white UK shirt. Okay, well, good. Oh, the whites, yeah, the blue and white side, yeah. They want us one side to be blue and one side to be white. Wear the shirt, Randy. See if another tight one don't miss. I think so, Randy. Randy, the line went from 10.5 to 8.5. So yeah, I mean, look, they Georgia State ran 34 times for 191 yards, 5.6 yards a carry. So you tell me if we can run. They said we can't run the ball on them, but Georgia State, who's like 115th in the power rankings, ran all over them. So I think, Randy, I think we can keep it close. Our front three, yeah. Well, we'll be exhausted. Ah, dude, look, listen, we got enough. Don't worry about our front three. We got enough people. We got 8 linemen. Brad White and Mark Stoops said we got plenty of defensive linemen to rotate in. I think we'll probably play some 4-3 instead of a 3-4. Uh, but no, Randy, we can do this. I mean, yeah. I hope, yeah, Ole Miss. Look, there, Randy. Ole Miss's offensive line has 3 new players, and it showed. He got hit. He got hit and threw an interception. He threw 2 picks in the first 3 possessions. So yeah, if he plays like that, Randy, we got a shot because we're not Georgia State. I know everybody thinks we are. B-Men for life. We will cover the spread. Yeah, we'll cover the 10.5. It's getting down to 8.5. If it falls to 7.5, look out. Money line cats. Well, that's how you make money, brother. Christopher says money line cats. Well, if you want to make some money, I don't know what it is, but it's probably it might be $2 to one or something. So yeah, 2 to 1 or something. But yeah, I mean, if you think they're going to upset them, bet a little money on that. I mean, look, I don't know. We're going to talk about this as everybody gets in here, and I know Randy's in here, so we're going to talk about this. Look, guys, if you watched my video today, what this game is really about, it's about Ole Miss's football program. Okay, they cannot lose this game because look, they think we're trailer trash. We're the basement. We're nothing. If they lose this game, it will set their football program back a decade. Okay. If they lose this game, Lane Kiffin, he's done. He's done. They're not going to go to the playoffs. He's going to have to he's going to leave. He's going to have to. There was a donor at KSR today who said he had given $300,000 in the last 2 years, and he's in Lexington. And if Ole Miss loses this game, he's not giving them any more money. So if they lose this game, they're done. We set South Carolina back several years when we started beating them. If we win this game tomorrow, I want you guys to understand this. It's like putting all your football chips in the center of the table, and they're calling us. If we beat them, they're done. Lane Kiffin, done. If they lose to us, it's over. Their football program's over. And that's why when you do something like that and you put all your chips in the middle, all right, you're setting yourself up to fail. I think, Randy. I don't know what you think, Randy. Rebels weren't ready for a while. Yeah, last year, yep. UK for life. I have all the confidence we can win. Well, brother, if you think we can win, that's bet that money. Christopher says French fans that are trying that that are trying that. Yeah, what they betting? We'll bet on it. Oh, protesting Stoops. Ah, just shut up, man. Shut the hell up. We're 1-0. I mean, what kind of moron would protest Stoops winning a game? Randy, I'm telling you, Randy, our fan base is the lowest IQ in the SEC, football IQ. I mean, I hate to say it, dude. We got people that do channels. I just can't believe it. I just sit in amazement at how dumb our fans are. We are 1-0, and you, what are you, psychic now? You know we're gonna have a losing season? Okay. Yeah, that's dumb. The AD. I don't believe. Was it the AD? Because I heard it was not the AD. Okay, I've heard 2 different stories on that, and I don't give a damn about list. I don't believe Mitch Barnhart Hart put out a list of candidates. I don't believe that, and I didn't see that. Does anybody know that's because I want to make sure that's for sure. I know I don't know what KSR said. They didn't even talk about it. I don't know if that list came from the AD. That's bullshit. So no, don't believe that. Don't believe that shit. Uh, yeah, Randy, you know what, Randy? We're playing physical. I will say that, Randy. I told you, Randy, I said our defense would be good. Our defense, Randy, is really good. I got to admit, better than what I thought. Yeah, our front seven is really good. You know, I mean, we played together. We shut them down for 3 quarters, and that quarterback's going to the NFL. So, yeah, our defense is really, really good. So, Christopher, it was the Jets coach. Oh yeah, nobody. It was not. It was not Mitch Barnhart. Yeah, so I don't want to hear anything about that, man. That's stupid. For anybody to say that is an idiot. You're a moron and you don't know football. But no, look, guys, let's just concentrate on the next game and then the next game, and we'll worry about the season as it progresses. Yeah. Um, but no, look, our defense is playing well. We should be able to get pressure on them. Like I said, their offensive line really, really had problems. Yeah, people just spreading lies. Yeah, I don't want to hear that shit. That's ridiculous. Yeah, our fan base, I don't know. Was it Lance? I'm not going to stay off of Lance today. I promised myself we're not going to talk about Lance, but people like Lance irritate me. No, Randy, I thought you guys did well against Marshall, Georgia. I thought you guys played Marshall. You did what you took care of business, and I thought Gunner Stockton played pretty darn good. I mean, see, fans had some wild cards. Oh yeah, but no, Gunner Stockton. I watched the highlights. I didn't get to watch the game, and I was impressed with what I saw at Georgia. Look, man, it's Kirby Smart. You guys, the reason the Big Ten is pulling ahead of us, guys, is because of coaches, not players. Their coaches are better. Other than Kirby Smart and a handful of coaches, we got some overrated coaches in this league. Um, yeah, yeah, everybody does that. Yeah, but ours are just louder, I guess. I don't know, but no, Ole Miss has to win this game. If they lose to us, Lane Kiffin's out of a job. He's going to have to leave. They're not going to go to playoffs. Look, they got everything riding on this. Their reputation, their integrity. The only thing is, when you do that, you put a lot of pressure on yourself, and you set yourself up to fail because we're not Georgia State. I know Tucker Gleason and Toledo's coach were very complimentary of our defense. We hit him a bunch of times. So Randy, I said for months, I'm not. Yeah, you shouldn't be concerned about Gunner Stockton. You said it, Randy. Yeah, I mean everybody's talking about Gunner Stockton. It's not going to be that good. He looked fine to me. You guys played within your offense, and you took care of business. Randy, who you guys played? I even looked at the schedule. You don't play an SEC team this week, do you? Ethan, Louisville interception, tie game still. Oh, is it tie? Oh, did Louisville score? Louisville's struggling against James Madison. Oh, 14-14. Wow. Okay. Well, it was 7-6. All right. Well, I can't believe it's tied up. Their quarterback and keeping Calzada plays that. Yeah. We if they do that, yeah, our receivers have to catch the ball. This and get open. I mean, come on, man. Now they all their defensive backs and safeties are transfers, so you can't tell how good they are by watching them against Georgia State, guys. I don't know how good Ole Miss's secondary is. I couldn't tell you because Georgia State was so bad. I don't know. Um, but wow, the Louisville game surprises me. Austin P. Oh yeah, dude. Austin P. Yeah. Okay, man, you got your cupcakes. Yeah, we got 2 out of 3 good cupcakes. They said we'd be playing the SEC team the second game of the year pretty much every year. For some reason, they were saying that on KSR. So I guess we're going to get a tough game to say, but whatever. I mean, just play them whenever. You'd like to have a couple games under your belt before you played someone, but it'll be whatever it'll be. Randy, I think we're going to be in your pod. So according to the pods, we're going to have Georgia, South Carolina, and Mississippi State as our regular games. And Georgia games are always fun. I mean, it ain't well, it's not fun because we lose, but I mean they're close, and sometimes you blow us out, but most of the time they're good games. Ethan, Long Macklin, Stellato, Hester. Oh yeah, dude, sweet. Hester's got to play over Harley Gilmore. I like Harley Gilmore, and he's fast. I don't care how fast you are, dude. You drop a ball that was you 2 hands on it. It was a touchdown. That was about a 40-yard. We had 2 people drop 40-yard passes, and then he gets 85-yard passes. Well, if they get that, he gets 157. So Calzada's yards for tomorrow over under 157. He has to get 157. Simmons 260. I think they're going to run the ball. I'd bet under on that. Andrew, what's up, brother? You mean Hardly Open? Yeah, I shouldn't call him that, guys. That is a good name though. Hardly Open. I thought that. Don't tell him I said that. That's a no. Nobody said that so far on the internet except for me. So yeah. Hey, what's up, Dad? How you doing, brother? The first game jitters are for receivers. Yeah, I hope so. UK for life. I just don't know, man. We shall see. We shall see. I did see Hester on the field. Randy, he will be in our group. Yeah, Auburn and Florida. That'll be your. Well, you're supposed to get now, Randy. They said you're supposed to get one hard team. Well, you are a hard team. One hard team, one middle team, one bad team. So that doesn't seem like you get any bad teams, man. If you get us as the bad team, I guess Auburn would consider the middle team, and Florida would be the hard team. Whatever, flip it. Yeah. Well, I guess that sounds right then, Randy. That'd be a good group for you guys. You usually beat Auburn. I mean, I don't see you losing to them very much. UK for life, Stillato's 10 yards. Yeah, I mean, look, Stellato, he's got to play. They got. I mean, look, I like Kendrick Law, and he does a lot of good things at the line of scrimmage blocking. But look, man, somebody's got to catch a pass. There's no excuse. for, you know, 10 passes, 10 completions. No excuse. Uh, yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens. This game, we'll know more this game. We're gonna find out. This game, we're gonna find out. Nobody's giving us a chance. Just like last year, I think Jackson and I were talking. Last year, we were a 17.5 point underdog. Now we're only an 8.5 point underdog, but nobody's giving us a chance in this game. Ole Miss, if they don't win this game, like I said, their program's done. We were going to set them back a decade, so they have got to win this game. We want to win this game. They have to win this game because we're low trailer trash and they can't be losing to us because we're too low. And I get okay, all right, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, our tight ends. Yeah, I like Rodriguez. Yeah, man, just teach him to secure the ball, please. Don't carry it like a loaf of bread, man. Because yeah, you're gonna get stripped. Yeah, I like our tight ends. Yeah, definitely. You know they're gonna be looking for that. So we shall see. Yeah, all this pack in the box. They're not gonna stack the box, with 8 or 9 people. I mean, I hope they would. I wish they would, but Andrew, we can't afford a single bonehead penalty. No, and we can't afford a safety. So, if you saw my video on Calzada, he got spooked, and I don't know why. Whenever everybody came on that safety, everybody was, coming forward. The blitz was coming, and for some reason, he pulled that ball down, and I don't know what he thought he was going to do with it, but that was a dumb play. And so, yeah, no mistakes, turnovers. I think the stat is we played Kiffin 3 times, and whoever won the turnover battle won the game on all 3 games. So there's a big indicator of the game. Can't turn the ball over. So I like my 3 T's for the whole year: turnovers, time of possession, and tackling. Because yeah, we got to tackle. We did that last week. So yeah, I can't wait. Tomorrow, the game, we're gonna watch it right here. 30 minutes before the game, we'll have a pregame at 3 p.m., 2 p.m. Central, 3 Eastern. Uh, Pregame right here. We'll watch the game, and then we'll have a postgame right afterwards. So, hey, come and watch it, guys. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button because that would help me out a lot. I am at 465, so I'm going to get to 600 500 here pretty, hopefully a little quicker than I thought. So, all right, so let's look at some numbers. You want to look at some numbers? I'll bring my numbers over here. Let's look at our. See, I always have big time graphics for you guys. All right, big time graphics. Let's look. Let me get out of the way here. Let's bring this forward so you guys can see it. This is tomorrow. Total points. Ole Miss 30 and a half. Us 20 and a half. That's what Vegas is saying. Okay, not 52-7. I know you Georgia fans want 52-7. That's not what the numbers say. That's about a 31-21 game if you look at the 51 and a half, 50 and a half. Okay. Passing yards, Calzada is over under 157. He has to get 157, or we're not going to win this game. Simmons, that's a little high. I think Kiffin's smart enough. He's going to look. They're going to run the ball. Okay, they're going to run the ball. This is we're going to throw. No, you're not. Rushing, Dowdell 45, McGowan's 57, Lacey for Ole Miss 64. And the only receiver bets we have is Caddis 22 and a half over under, Macklin over under 24 and a half. Ole Miss, they put 4 different wide receivers at 45 to 50 yards. So Vegas thinks they're going to throw the ball, but we shall see. Randy, have to play Florida and Auburn. Wow. And we played Kentucky for like 70 straight. Yeah, I mean, we've been playing since the league. People forget we were when they started this, was there like 10 teams, I think. 8 or 10 teams. We're one of the Georgia, Kentucky. We're the original teams. We're not going anywhere. Somebody else may leave, but we're not going to leave just, football. Ethan, these are hilarious, giving Louisville every chance they can. Oh, you mean the refs? Well, it surprises me that Louisville's struggling. First game jitters, right? I mean, well, that's what it'll be if they win. It'll be first game jitters, not for us, but for them. Uh, no, we're ahead of them in the power rankings, and we were at the beginning of the year. We were ahead of Louisville, Vanderbilt, Mississippi State, although we don't play Mississippi State. People just don't want to look at numbers. They don't care about numbers, guys. They just roll out of here, get on a podcast, and just whatever they feel like the game's going to be. There was some. these two guys that were quoting Star Wars, got on there looking like they're homeless, not bringing up any stats, saying we're going to get beat, 52-7, and they're a legitimate SEC pot. I'm not even going to give their name because they're so dumb, and just saying we just whatever off the top of their head. Now they said we were going to lose to Toledo, so and they quote Star Wars. I mean, UK for life. On Louisville, penalty after penalty. Wow. Okay, what's the penalties? Pass interference, hold. What's going on down? What's going on over there in Louisville? Man, I'll have to turn that game on here in a second. But no, look, I think it's about this. I think, I think about 10, we will cover 10 and a half. It'll probably be around this 30, 30, 31-24, 31-27, something like that. We got to be in the game in the fourth quarter, because if we're in the game in the fourth quarter and you have all that pressure on you that your program's done, your coach is leaving, and if we get the lead in the fourth quarter, all the pressure's on them. So we just gotta hang in there. Muck it up, Randy. This is a new phrase that's going around the SEC podcast. Kentucky has to muck it up. That means we run the ball. Like, running the ball is something that nobody does, and it's new. And well, we shouldn't run the ball. What are you, out of your mind? I was listening to the Eagles. They won the Super Bowl. First time they lost, and they went and got that Shaquan Barkley because they said we got to be able to run the ball. There's some stat that the last five Super Bowl teams have been in the top five rushing in the NFL. That's how you get to the Super Bowl. You run the ball. That's how you win games. At the end of the day, you still got to be able to run the ball. Yeah, you got to be able to pass it, but you got to be able to run it. So that's not a bad thing. Let them say whatever they want. Voss still, well, now, Dad, nah, they didn't suck that first game. Aguilar looked pretty good. Ethan, not showing the hold, is just saying a hold. Well, okay. They're just making up penalties. All right. Well, uh, no, Randy, I think you won't have a problem with Austin P. What's the point spread on Austin P? 40? I mean, so yeah, that's a good two games to get Gunner Stockton, in the rhythm of running that offense. And yeah, Notre Dame lost. If you guys, Notre Dame lost, but so a lot of people lost. Texas is still number one in the power ranking, even though they lost. So I don't know. I guess power rankings don't have anything to do with records, obviously. So, yeah, I just got some numbers up here. The lines went from 10.5 to 8.5. So it's going a little bit in our favor. Somebody thinks it's going to be a close game, showing JMU's first down and backed up from a punt. Okay. Wow. Well, maybe James Madison can hang in there. It was Louisville was only a 14.5 point favorite. And I thought, man, that's not very much for James Madison. But, you know, um, yeah, it doesn't sound like they played well. But once again, everybody's got new players. It's a dogfight. Yeah. And that's what we need tomorrow. We need, people say rock fight, dog fight, whatever. Look, we need to limit if they get 80 possessions, we won't win the game. We got to hold them to, 70s in possessions. And if we do that and, we get 65, 70 possessions ourselves, then that's a winnable game. If they start, getting 80 possessions or more, then yeah, we're in trouble. So just do our thing, run our game, run our offense. It's just the receivers have to help. But everybody's dogging out Bush Hamden. And I went back and watched the game, and I was like, man, nobody caught the ball. Nobody got open. You got to have three guys that can get open in there. You got two of your experienced receivers sitting on the bench in Stellato and Hester. Get those guys on the field. I don't care how you do it. Uh, the quarterback's back. Oh, quarterback run. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, guys, I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you're just joining me, we're going to watch the game right here. Please hit that subscribe button, because we're going to do uh, 11 of the 12. Well, we already done one. Yeah, 11 of the 12 football games. The only one we will not do is South Carolina. Other than that, we're going to do it right here, a watch party starting tomorrow at 2 Central, 3 Eastern, 30 minutes before the game. We'll watch the game, and then we'll do a post-game show. like we did last week. That was a lot of fun. I talked for 5 hours, and I was all talked out. And then I went and did a video, and then I slept really good because I like to talk. But man, talking for 5 or 6 hours is tough. But I will do it. I will do it. We're gonna have fun watching the game. Don't come in here with a shitty attitude. This is not a funeral. I hate to break it to Roush and Luckett. Look, man, this ain't a funeral. Okay, come in here fired up. We can win this game. They're not the big team. I know they think they wish and they think and wish they were. They feel like they should be in the playoffs. They feel like they should be as good as Georgia and Auburn and Alabama and Texas. They feel a lot of things, but that don't mean they are. So they got to win it on the field, and we'll just see about that as the line drops from 10.5 to 8.5. Because look, guys, 8.5. That's not a huge line in Vegas. Okay, Louisville was 14.5 on James Madison. Okay, you see that's close. So they don't always get it right. Um, all right, guys, what do you want to talk about? Who's going to start at receiver tomorrow? I think they'll probably start the same people, but I think they'll rotate in Stellato and hopefully and Hester more and whoever else we need to get out there on the field that can catch. Uh, who's banged up? Humphrey Grace is banged up, but he's going to play. Yeah, we need our defense. I'm curious to see if we play a 3-4. I don't know if we can play a 3-4 on this team. We might have to. We'll play some 4-3 because I think they're going to run the ball. They're just masking this him throwing the ball. You think they're going to let him go on the road the first time and throw the ball like 40 times? No. They're gonna run the ball. They're gonna run the ball. It'll be a calling card for you. Oh well, thank you, brother. Yeah. Well, that's all I got, man. Once I get to 500 and they give me some more, I can't do a poll right now. I can do some in the community tab. I'm at 465, Randy. I'm getting there. I'm almost to 500 people. Thank you. Yeah, I like to keep it simple, guys. I like numbers. I like for you to see what am I talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is going to be you're right, Randy. It's going to be my calling card right here. Keep it simple. Uh, I'm a simple man, simple things. Ethan, do you think we see? Yeah, we better. We better see him because Kendrick Law was awful. Kendrick Law could not run. The knock on Kendrick Law was he can't run deep routes when he was at Alabama. The one deep route he ran, as soon as that guy put a body on him, he stopped running, and Calzada overthrew him. And everybody, and from the naked eye, you thought, "Damn, Calzada overthrew him." When you saw the replay, you went back and watched it. You see that as soon as that guy puts his body on Law, Law just pulls up. And so, yeah, Calzada threw it to where Kendrick Law was supposed to fight to get to, but didn't. So, yeah, that guy gets Stellato in there. I mean, that guy can catch. He's caught a lot of balls at Clemson. Get him in there. Wildcat highlights. What's up, brother? I think we can win tomorrow. I hope so. Yeah, you put out a good shorts on was that the defensive line of Ole Miss? I think you put a good video out about how bad their defensive line was. Uh, no, I didn't see Stellato. You know what you say that, Jason? I don't know if he was even. I think I might have seen him in there once or twice. He needs to be in there 50% of the time. Okay, I know he's in there to run block and all that, but look, man, stop that. I mean, the slot receiver has to be able to get open. I mean, Macklin not being able to get open surprised me more than anything. Randy, I'll be on the field again. Wow. All right. Oh, they'll pop up on the big screen. Look, man. Hey, Randy, if it's tied or close, we'll be in here partying. If we beat them, it's going to be party time. So yeah, we got a chance. Jim Carrey. I'm saying we have a chance. So yeah, uh, we shall see. And a lot of SEC teams are pulling for us. I can tell you that because they don't like Lane Kiffin and they don't like Ole. They're tired of Ole Miss saying we deserve to be we should be in the playoffs. We should be where Georgia and Alabama. Well, you're going to have to earn it, dude. So this feeling like it doesn't help you. You got to do it. So we'll see. Maybe they will. Maybe they'll blow us off the field. I don't know. We'll see. It would surprise me. We'll see. Ethan, this game will be decided if they're D line can get to Calzada. Man, their D line. If we run the ball, dude, they certainly. Man, they could not. They could not stop the run. Georgia State ran all over. I mean, that really surprised me. That their defense. I mean, Georgia State's running backs got past. Not only did they get past the D line, they got past the linebackers. There was safeties coming up tackling them. I was like, man, they got through the, the linebackers and the defensive line. So yeah, look, Ole Miss has got to pick it up. I mean, they average. Look, Georgia State is awful. 115th in the power rankings, and you averaged 5.6 yards a carry, and you ran for 200 yards on them. Seriously, that's look. Lane Kiffin is. Don't think they're not scared right now. They're sitting here tonight. They're scared now. They're putting on upset alert and trying to make it look like now we're a good team. At the beginning of the week, we're just scumbags, low life, don't even belong in SEC. This is what most people, not Randy, but a lot of SEC people at the Feinbaum Network. That's why Feinbaum. That's why we're SEC game day went to Missouri because Feinbaum told them not to come to Kentucky to do Ole Miss. So look, we're not worth a lot of SEC time. So that's just the way it is. It helps if they run. Yes, trailer trash. That's what I said, dude. We are. We're the trailer. Look, we're the bad side of town. We're the trailer trash. You don't want to date our son. You don't want your daughter to date our son. Okay, that's the way this is. He's poor. He's a hard worker, but he's poor. Yeah, they don't want that. If they, I want you guys to understand. If they lose to us, I'm gonna say it again. Their football program is sets them back a decade. They're done. Lane Kiffin, done. All their players were getting the portal, done. They got donors sitting in Lexington today that were saying, if we lose this, I'm not putting any more, I'm not giving them any more money. Well, you're setting yourself up to fail when you start putting that much pressure on a coach. Well, if you tell a coach, hey man, if you lose this game right here, I'm not giving you any more money, and I'm a big donor. Man, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure saying you're gonna, come in there and run all over. So okay, good luck. Wildcat highlights. Locked on Ole Miss. Yeah, yeah, that's that Jethro Bodine or wherever that guy is that looks like, he looks like a janitor from a high school. Doesn't know anything about football. That Locked On series, all those guys, uh, all of them. I mean, there were six of them on Lance's podcast because Lance wasn't man enough to get on his own podcast, but the six of them were on there. Randy, I wish you could have seen the Georgia guy. It looked like a convention of high school janitors. I needed subtitles. I mean, look, I lived in Mississippi. I couldn't understand, and Alabama. I couldn't understand a damn thing they were saying. I mean, it was like a bad episode of Moonshiners. Dude, speak proper English. You know what I'm saying? Don't, I mean, God, they're all a joke. But you know what? They're laughing all the way to the bank because they have thousands of people who watch them. Don't subscribe to those guys, guys. Don't subscribe to those people. Don't subscribe to SEC Filtered and good old Josh Pate. If you want to, we're never going to get any respect from those guys. Listen, it's not going to happen. Feinbaum, never. I got a video from 1997. Hal Mummy, well, if that's the story, is from 1997. Look, when he was in Birmingham on a radio show, he hates Kentucky. He's always hated Kentucky. Now they need us for basketball. They don't want us to do anything in football, and we're only going to win 3 games, and we're not going to win the game in SEC. Okay, all right. Well, we'll just see about that. Uh, yes. So yeah, the locked on people, it's just about money. But no, they wouldn't know a football if they tripped over it. You getting on there saying, well, we're better at every position than they. Every position? What are you on crack? That's what I said today. Every position. He didn't say that, but some Ole Miss guy that has a radio show has a podcast, and he's like, "We're better at every position." Oh, okay, you're better at offensive line because we got two guys going to NFL. Afari's going to NFL. Okay, all right. Well, just say it. Whatever you feel like saying. It's all about. Remember my video today. Feelings. That's what this game is about. Feelings. Feelings are going to get hurt. I feel like we should beat Kentucky 52-7. I feel like we should win this game. What did I say? Clint Eastwood. And Unforgiven. Uh, what do you say? Deserve. Deserve ain't got nothing to do with it. What you think you deserve ain't got nothing to do with it. So let them bring their feelings, and we'll just see what happens. Uh, Big Blue, what up? Just posted our video, brother. Oh, I was on Jackson's podcast tonight. Everybody go watch. Give Big Blue Breakdown a subscribe. Him and I talked tonight for a little bit, and I don't think I said one curse word, and I haven't said many tonight. I have to stop saying curse words. I don't think I did. I was, very control. I have to don't. Sometimes I get animated. This is unfiltered podcast, guys. If they're SEC, well, they're SEC unfiltered. They're not really unfiltered. I'm unfiltered. Okay, they're filtered. Yeah, but they quote Star Wars, so what the hell do I know? Uh, but no, we got 12 people. All right, guys, what are we going to do tomorrow? What are we going to do tomorrow? I think, you know, let's just hang in there. Let's just keep a close game. Keep it a one score game. If we take the lead in the fourth quarter, I feel sorry for them because the pressure is going to mount, guys. You remember when in basketball when we went 38-1, we thought we were going to be 40-0. We deserved to win. We all thought this is the best team in the history of college basketball. This is the best team in the history of Kentucky basketball, which it probably was one of them. But the pressure when Wisconsin took the lead in that game, we buckled under the pressure. Okay. So that could happen to Ole Miss. You get down, remember, Wisconsin went ahead and we just buckled. If we pull ahead of them in the final 5 minutes of that game, look out. Then that pressure is really going to be on because there's people that's going to lose their job and their program's going to sink real quick. And they'll be back in the trailer park with us. Yeah, come on back to the trailer park. Go on outside the club and stand outside with us because you're not inside the club dancing anymore. They bouncers came and got them. Time to leave. So just come outside with us. Yeah, see, it's all about status, guys. They think they're better than us, even though they're not, but they think they are. So they can't afford to lose this game. They know that, and they're scared. Don't let them think tomorrow. And yeah, you. I seen their podcast today. Yeah, now all of a sudden they're getting scared. At the beginning of the week, we were trailer trash. Now all of a sudden, oh, they realize, oh damn, they always play us close. Yeah, we usually do. Yeah, maybe they'll blow us out. Hey, maybe we'll blow them out. You never know. I'm gonna have to close. Let me close this. Andrew, KSR is annoying. Sometimes negative. Jackson was there today, and he said that he was at the live, and he said that they were positive today. I know Ryan Lemon gave a speech, and so they're a little more positive today. They don't think we're going to win. They're up now. Louisville's up now. Well, they finally okay. We'll see now they'll probably win by 14 like Vegas. See, Vegas isn't. They're wrong sometimes, but those computers are usually pretty dead on. You look at this 8.5, 10.5 number. That's probably going to be 30 something to 20 something. It's probably a realistic score for this game. I mean, I hate to say it, but if I had to bet, I'm picking. Look, I'm not picking us to win, but I'm not saying we can't win because we sure as the hell can because we beat them last year. We just gotta get a turnover, make a big play, do something we're not supposed to do instead of doing stuff we're supposed to do, like dropping the ball and playing bad. Yeah, let's do some things we're not supposed to do. Uh, but I hope Calzada has a bounce back game. But like I said in my video, look, dude, if you're going to drop the ball and you can't get open, what good is it going to do to put Cutter Boley in there? How the hell is he going to? You can't throw the ball at somebody that's not open, and you can't throw the ball that hits them in both hands and they drop it. Cutter Boley's not the answer if it's the receivers. And we certainly don't have very many better than what we got. So yeah, we need those guys to come around. Farrier only had one catch. Quisenberry didn't play. Put him in there. Randy, do you expect Kentucky to get? Yeah, I do, Randy. Randy, you know what? I really do, man. Their offensive line did not play well. I watched the entire game, and it amazed me. They have three new offensive linemen. They had to keep Simmons and the offensive line. They were going to take them out at the beginning of the fourth quarter, and they had to keep them in to almost the end of with 5 or 6 minutes to go. The last drive or two, they took them out because they just were not gelling and we're not playing well. Yeah, I think we can get pressure. I definitely do. They hit him. They hit him so hard they caused him to throw an interception on the second possession of the game. So, yeah. And here's another thing, Randy. I want you guys to listen to this stat. How many sacks do you think Ole Miss got on Georgia State who's 115th in the power rankings. You know how many times they sacked Georgia State's quarterback? One time. And they gave up 191 yards rushing. So you tell me why this game is not. Yeah, according to SEC podcasters, Fine Bombers, everybody that does, it should be 35 and a half. Well, why is it 8.5? Because your defensive line is soft and your offensive line has not gelled and played poorly. Even though you ran up the score, look, their receivers are running wide open. They were able to put up 600, 700 yards. What have I said on my videos? Rick Pitino called that fool's gold when we used to blow out little teams and we'd be all happy. And he'd go, no, 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 that's fool's gold. Yeah, this is what they did last year. Randy, this is like the same movie, and we're gonna watch it again this year. Like you go back and watch a movie. The movie last year was they blew up, they ran the score up on some people, and then they played us and lost. So let's run back through that again. Okay, you're gonna do it again. You're gonna run the score up and then brag about running the score up and then come and play us. Okay, fine. Let's beat them again, and we'll run that movie back again. Run it back. 20-17. That was the score last year. Let's win 20-17 again. Yeah. And their field goal kicker missed a field goal. Why? Because it was pressure. Pressure. And he missed it and he shanked it. And guess what happens if the same thing happens? Like I said, if we pull ahead or we're heading the fourth quarter, all that pressure, way more pressure than last year. Last year it was a surprise. This year, if we beat them, we didn't surprise them. Okay. They knew. And it will set their program back, guys. I'm telling you, it destroys their program if we win. Kiffin's done. He doesn't go to the playoffs. He's got to leave. I mean, he's and half their team will leave, and they'll be in the wandering in the desert for several years until they find get themselves together, and they know that, and that is a disaster waiting to happen for them. That's a lot of pressure. That's setting yourself up to fail right there when you do that. So you heard it here first. You want to put all that pressure on yourself, that's fine, but man, that's a lot of pressure when you say we're done, when your donors come to Kentucky and say, you know what, we're here because we're going to watch this game, and if they lose, we're not giving them any more money. Man, can you imagine if you was Lane Kiffin and you got your donors telling you, if you lose this game, by the way, not only are you going to have to leave, or if you don't leave, we're not going to give you any money. How much pressure is that? A lot. 2014 JMU ball. Okay, well, oh, I hope. Yeah. Well, hey, James Madison's Holt staying in there. That's it was 14 and a half. That was the spread. I'm sure a lot of people bet that. Randy, where did you get that info on the donors? KSR, Kentucky Sports Radio. The guy owns a restaurant, and he was talking to them. They wanted to rent KSR for their pregame tomorrow. Of course, we said no. It's our pregame. But they came in that restaurant and they talked to the radio host, Matt Jones. This guy said to Matt Jones, I've given $300,000 to this football program in the last 2 years. And I came here to this game to watch it because if they lose, I'm not giving them one more dime. So, yeah, that was reported on Kentucky Sports Radio today. And the guy actually said that to Matt Jones, the radio host and the owner of that restaurant that they do that show out of, which is KS Bar, or whatever they call it. So, yeah, that was an actual occurrence, Randy. Yeah. How much pressure is that? If you had donors going to Kirby Smart and saying, listen, if you lose to uh, Auburn tomorrow, I'm not giving you any more money. Well, that's a lot of pressure, Randy. That's a lot of pressure, man. Dude, oh, I mean, there, like I said, if this game gets in the fourth quarter and you're Lane Kiffin, man, he's already, you look, guys, you can tell he's nervous. And I would be too. That's human nature. As somebody, if your job's on the line on one game, if they said, listen, man, one game for your life, for your football life, I mean, it's not that he couldn't go somewhere else, but what does that do to you? I mean, your reputation, look, for Kentucky now, that's what, look, we want to win the game. They have to win the game. Huge difference. Huge difference. A lot of people are hoping we lose, praying, please, our own fans, please, God, let them lose. Oh, please. Well, you know what? You prayed that last week and God didn't hear that prayer. So maybe he won't hear this one. You never know. Uh, but no, we need to play well. We need to play well no matter what the score is. That's the key for us. You know, if we could keep it to 8-point game, look, these guys are good. They're in the top 5 in the power rankings. They're supposed to go to the playoffs. So this is not some scrub team. So yeah, we're not. We should be favored, and we're not. So, but we weren't favored last year. So there's always that team that we can't beat Tennessee. That's our team, Randy. If you're still here, no matter what we do, well, we beat them 3 times in the last probably 12 years. I think, man, they just always. That's our team. We cannot beat no matter what. And all of a sudden, Ole Miss's team is, might be us. You never know. So 13 minutes to go, Ethan. Wow. Okay. Well, James Madison can catch up then. Brandon, what's up, Brandon? Can't wait to watch the blowout tomorrow. Yeah. All right, Brandon. Well, we'll see. Somebody might blow out somebody. You never know, or it might be a close game. I think it'll be more towards Vegas here. Vegas has them getting 30, like 31, and us getting 21. I think that's probably around their window of the game. I just hope that we're the 31 and they're the 21, but we shall see. Ethan, JMU just got some crazy option play for a game. Good. All right, good. I mean, Louisville, that would shock me if that, I can't believe that game was this close, but, first game jitters. I just want them to be, look, I just want to be treated like everybody else. If Louisville plays bad, then talk smack about them. Don't come in here talking smack about our team. Our own fans come in here and talk smack about us, which is silly. Come on. No, come and watch the game tomorrow, Brandon. We're going to watch it right here. I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, guys, please subscribe to my channel. We're going to watch the game right here tomorrow. Our pregame starts 30 minutes before the game, 2 Central, 3 Eastern. We will watch every game except South Carolina right here with an interactive chat and on your side against Louisville. Okay. Oh, all right. Are you an Ole Miss fan, Brandon? Is that what you're saying? If you are, come on in, man. We welcome everybody. I lived in Mississippi for 5 years. I know all about Mississippi State Ole Miss. Oh, I am, man. All right, guys. Well, dude, it's down to 8.5 on that line in Vegas. Uh, I mean, we shall see. We shall see. Ethan, fire it up. JMU offense keeps it good. We'll see, Brandon. I don't think it's going to be. It's not going to be a blowout, brother. You guys gave up 191 yards rushing you know, to damn Georgia State. I mean, they ran for 5.6 yards a play there. I mean, and you only sacked their quarterback once. I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't be a blowout, but I don't see that. Uh, I think you guys are going to run the ball. I think you're going to run the ball. You're going to have to run the ball. It's not going to just be like last week where you just line up in a shotgun, one back set, and that's not going to work. So I think Lane Kiffin knows that. He's smart enough to know that he's going to run the ball. He's going to run the ball. Yeah, 41-17, brother. You're not going to get 41 on us. That's not going to happen. Tucker Gleason, who's going to NFL, couldn't get 41 on us. Are you going to do that passing or running or both? Because your defensive line was awful against the run. I mean, awful. Your offensive line was awful. Those three, you played out of sync. Your quarterback got nailed and threw 2 picks. So I'm not saying it can't happen, but to say that that's going to happen, that's not what Vegas thinks. I can tell you that. That's not what the pros think. It's went from 10.5 to 8.5. Now I'm not saying we're going to win, but yeah, 41-17. I mean, look, you guys are in trouble. You're in trouble. Oh, there's no bet, man. The bet is your football program. If you're look, guys, since you're new, and I'll be respectful, Brandon. Look, if you lose to us, Kiffin's done. Your program is dead, done. You have to beat us. Or your coach is gone. Your football players. That's it. It's over. Your season's over if you lose to us. Just like it was last year. You're not going to make the playoffs. Kiffin's going to have to leave. So you guys are playing for all the marbles. Your entire football program against us. That's what you're doing. That's a lot of pressure, brother. That's a lot of pressure. When you say you got a donor sitting at Lexington right now that was on the radio. We had a radio show today. One of your donors said, I gave $300,000 to them the last 2 years. I'm here to watch this game. And if they lose, I'm not giving them one more dime. So, man, all the pressure is on you guys. There's no pressure on us. And we have a very good defense. We just played a team that has a quarterback that's going to be playing in the NFL, and we knocked his ass around, and he didn't get going until the fourth quarter, and we held them to 14 points. So they got top 25 votes. So they're a good team. And look, man, I mean, maybe you will, but if you can go bet that, listen, man, look, Brandon, you can bet that in Vegas. You can go to Vegas and make your score up whatever you want to be. Now, it's going to be a long shot bet if you bet that because Vegas has a 31-21. I think it'll be about 31-21. Simmons is going to taste. Yeah, I mean, look, Simmons. Look, man, if Georgia State hit him, I mean, man, your offensive line has to play better. Has to play better. Yeah, and you cannot give up 5.6 yards a carry to us, or you will not win that game. If you give us 200 yards rushing or more, you're in trouble. And you have to stack the box. Good luck. Because we busted one on Toledo when they started. When you stack the box, there's nobody behind you. One guy misses an assignment, just like happened to Toledo. One guy who had outside containment got pinned inside. Dowdell went for 79 yards. So if you try and stack the box on us now, our receivers had to play good. We suck. Our receivers sucked it up bad, and made the quarterback look bad. So our receivers got to play better. Simmons will be rattled. Well, I mean, look, I don't know. Look, Vegas isn't usually wrong on these. Okay, guys, all you guys that think you're going to win 41-17, that's not what Vegas says. Okay, they don't usually miss much. They're usually right. It's going to be, about what this. I think we're going to be 30 something to 20 something. That's what it's going to be. Uh, but that's not be good enough for a lot of your fans. Brandon, a lot of your fans are demanding 52-7, demanding it. Well, dude, you ain't gonna get 52-7. It ain't gonna happen. Your offense is not that good. Just because you ran it, this happened to you guys last year. I can't believe you guys. You ran up the score on two little teams last year, and what happened when you played us? You didn't run up the score. Your kicker missed because of the pressure. So yeah, it better be a blowout, Brandon. Respectfully, it better be a blowout. Because if we get in the fourth quarter and we're ahead or tied or it's a one-score game, all the pressure is going to be on you guys, not on us. We're just trailer trash, low income in the hood. So Randy's in here. This has been really close. Yeah, the last three times we played Kiffin, we should have won. We should have won two of them. One of them, a touchdown was called back, so we could have won all of them. The one and all three games, Randy. Randy's in here from that F and Dogs podcast, Georgia. Um, Whoever won the turnover battle has won all the games. So yeah, that's probably a key stat. And yeah, all three games have been close. Just like the Georgia game, we had no business playing Georgia 13-12, but for some reason we always play Georgia close. I mean closer. So yeah, Georgia, Georgia didn't beat us 41-7. I mean, come on, man, or whatever. That's wishful thing. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it's certainly that's not what the numbers say, and that's not what Vegas says. I tend to think it'll be close to this 30 something to 20 something, 31-24. I think you guys win. I think you guys win because look, we want to win. You have to win. Have to. If you lose to us again, Lane Kiffin's out of a job. And your donors have said that's the end of that. So your football program's about to die if you lose that game tomorrow. Now, the only bad thing is that's a lot of pressure. Yeah, that's a lot setting yourself up to fail, man. When you go to the coach and you say, hey, man, if you don't win this game, I'm not giving you any money. Man, that's nasty. Nasty. That's why Kiffin's a little careful. JMU turnover. Wow, UK for life. If we lose tomorrow, Stoops out of job. Nah, Stoops not out of job. If we lose to hell, we're supposed to lose. Stoops is not out of a job after 3 games. No, you don't fire him. You let him go through the year, and we see what the team does. You don't. Nobody fires. Texas ain't going to fire their coach after 1 or 2 games. Give Stoops a chance here before we start firing him. Our fans just, man, I don't know some of our fans sometimes, man. Uh, we got Coach O fired. Oh yeah, we probably did. Yeah, we did get him fired from LSU. Yeah, we did. We've gotten a couple coaches fired over the years. So hell, we're used to getting coaches fired. So But no, I mean, look, it'll be a good game tomorrow. I hope it's a close game. And look, man, hey, may the best team win. May the best team win. I have nothing. I like Ole Miss. I enjoyed my time going to Oxford back in the day. I enjoyed Starkville. I enjoyed living in Mississippi. I was stationed there. I was stationed in Montgomery, Alabama. I got to do Auburn, Alabama, and be in the South a little bit during my time in the Air Force. And I enjoyed it. I enjoy the South. I enjoy SEC football. I don't have anything against any of the teams or coaches or, you know, I'm a Josh Heupel fan, Tennessee. That's blasphemy, guys, but I actually like him. So look, if somebody's good, like I like Lane Kiffin, man, I can hang out with him. He's a good coach. Now I hope we beat him, but he's a good coach. Brandon, JMU team, great defense. Oh, Kiff won't be fired for any reason. No, 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 no. They're not gonna fire. Who's gonna be? Kiffin and Stoops are kind of in the same boat here. Who the hell are you gonna get better than Kiffin? Who the hell are we gonna bring in here? That's not gonna cost $30 million. I mean, we're not gonna bring the guy that used to coach in the pros, Tampa Bay, and I can't remember the dude's name. Yeah, if we bring somebody in here, how's New England's coach doing at North Carolina? Belichick, how's he doing? All that money they paid him. And then, we want to bring in somebody. Who the hell are we going to bring in here? You know, let's just try and let's try and build this program back up. That's what we need to do. Now, if we end up 3-9, okay, that's a different conversation. But if we end up 6-6, that's a decent year for us, especially playing. Dude, we played Georgia, Texas, Tennessee back to back to back. Ethan, well, LMU ball, 6:31 to go. Louisville still up 6. Well, then that's their chance. See, all right, the pressure's on. The pressure's on Louisville to stop them, right? And that's what Kentucky needs this game to be tomorrow. We need it to be a one-score game in the fourth quarter because if it's a one-score game in the fourth quarter, we got a chance to win that game because we can run the ball, and we are not Georgia State. Man, Ole Miss's defensive line, but your front seven's got to play way better than that, giving up 5.6 yards a carry to Georgia State, who is 115th in the power rankings. Yeah, you can't. I mean, if we run the ball, we'll be fine. And look, our offensive line is way bigger, way stronger, way faster than them. So I'm sure Lane Kiffin will be ready. He'll have you guys motivated, and I'm sure you'll do some different things than what you did against Georgia State because you didn't show us anything, and I don't blame you. Uh, like Austin Simmons, I think Ole Miss they're going to run the ball. Don't let this fool you that they're going to throw the ball 40 times. And no, they're not. No, they're not. They're going to run the ball and be bounced. That's what Lane Kiffin, if he wins, he'll beat us at our own game, is what he'll do. He'll beat us at our own game. That's how good of a coach he is. Let's see if I'm right. I say he beats us at our own game, you know. So, like 28-17 or something like that. That's how good of a coach he is. So we'll see. We shall see tonight. Oh, no hate, brother. Listen, no hate. We do not hate anybody here. I do not hate Old Miss. I definitely do not hate Lane Kiffin. What he is the coolest coach, man. I love following him on Twitter. He's the funniest dude. Listen, I was in Oxford. I've been to that. I've been to games there. I enjoy it there. A great college town, Mississippi. I love Mississippi and Alabama and Georgia. Everybody is. I've been to every South state. Not every football stadium. But no, man, no hate, brother. Hey, may the best team win. Good luck. Hey, if you blow us out, man, you blow us out. I mean, that's just the way it is. But man, that's a lot of pressure on you guys. Good luck tomorrow. Ethan, I'm not hating. No, we don't hate it here. We don't do that here, man. We don't disrespect and we don't hate. I'll kick your ass out if you. Yeah, I'll kick our guys out if that. We don't do that here. You know, we respect everybody. This is college football. It's about fun. Yes, we want to win the game, but it's not so damn personal that you hate somebody. Like the Locked On series, Locked On Ignorant is what it should be called because everybody that does that, man, those are the lowest IQ dudes I have ever seen. Looks like a damn garbage truck drivers convention every time they get on together. Like, what are we taking out the trash? Are you guys janitors or some shit? Come on. Ethan, yeah, it's locked on. Yep. Like the channel. Oh, well, thank you. Oh, well, thank you, brother. Oh, well, you know what, Brandon? You know what? I appreciate it. Look, like I said, man, If you win, you win. If you win, I'm not going to root against you the rest of the year. I mean, look, like I said, God bless you guys. God bless, Rebels. I was there. I've been there. Like I said, I like Lane Kiffin, but man, there's a lot of pressure. Just jump on us and get it over with. That's the best thing you can do. You're right about that. Don't keep it close. Randy, have you selected a moderator for? No, I just did a channel. I went on somebody else's channel for the first time, Randy. I went on another UK podcast today. So I have not tried that yet. I'm trying to get to 500. I'm still at four. I'm stuck at 465 right now. When I get to 500, I may then get some software and have another moderator in here. But yeah, I enjoyed going on someone else's channel, and I didn't act like this. Okay, I didn't say bad words. You can go back and watch Big Blue Breakdown. I actually was nice behavior, professional. I don't act like him on mine. It's a little free spirited. I'm a little unfiltered. I didn't do that there. Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed that, Randy. I acted. Yeah, I just said, hey, man, you be Batman, I'll be Robin. You throw me some questions, and I'll just answer them. And that's how we did it. And it's his show, so I let him control it. And if he asked me a question, I answered, and we went off the air. So yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, I think there's another person asking me to come on. Uh, was it South Carolina, maybe, there's another either South Carolina or someone else has asked me through an email. I may go on. But no, Randy, hey, maybe I'll, hey, maybe I'll maybe I'll be as good as Locked On one of these days. I don't know. Maybe I'll have 1,000 people. I don't know. They have thousands of people, but no. Okay, I'm Tom. This is Kentucky Football Nation. If you're new, shout it out, guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. We will do basketball, but we also do football tomorrow at 2 o'clock Eastern. Excuse me, 2 Central, 3 Eastern. The pregame show for the Ole Miss game starts right here. We'll have a watch party. We'll do the game right here, and there'll be a post-game show directly following the game right here. So come on in and chat and watch the game with us. That's what this is all about. This is a fan channel. Uh, so yeah, if you're a fan of another school, we have a Georgia fan. Randy's from Georgia. We had an Ole Miss fan come in here. We were very nice to him. We don't disrespect people here. Louisville's been in here. Tennessee's been in here. I don't disrespect anybody, Ethan. They're shooting themselves in the foot. Oh man. Well, Louisville was a 14 and a half point favorite. Sounds like they might squeak that one out. First game jitters, right? You think there are people going to go on there and say their quarterback, they need to bench him and they need to fire the offensive coordinator? Do you think that's going to happen to Louisville guys? Huh? Because to me, all of our fans, the way our fans tell it, everybody that lost the first week should bench their quarterback and fire their offensive coordinator. Texas have to bench Arch Manning, and then they got to fire their offensive coordinator. Right? That's what our fans said. Well, if that's the rule, then just do it for everybody. Don't just do it for us. You know, our fans. I just shake my head sometimes. Brandon, wow. Yeah, I know, man. That's what our fans. That's what our fans say. Fire the coach. Fire the offensive coordinator. Bench the quarterback, and come on, guys. Louisville big run touchdown. Well, that's it. Oh, you're talking about JMU? Well, okay. Louisville pulled it out. Then are they going to cover the 14 and a half? I guess they're going to cover. See, guys, we were talking about numbers in Vegas. Vegas doesn't get it wrong a lot. I think Ole Miss wins this game 30 something to 20 something, just like the numbers say. I think they get us by about 10 and or so, and you know, and that'd be good enough. Oh, well, look, a win's a win. They get you in the playoffs. So Ethan, yep, probably over now. Um, but no. Wow. So see, football games, you never know what's going to happen. So what's the score of that game then, guys? Uh, somebody's telling me the lines move. Is our line moved to 7.5? Oh no, it has. I thought somebody's telling me it went to 7.5. Surely not. I'm gonna have to check on that. What's Louisville? Does Louisville game score, guys? What's the score, Ethan, of the Louisville game? Since it's almost over, the Chiefs are losing to the Chargers. I'm sorry, I'm talking out loud here. How are the Chiefs losing to the Chargers? Wow. Oh, 26-14. Okay, 26-14 Louisville, and they have the ball or they scored. Okay, whatever happened? Oh, they just scored. Okay, I'm behind on that. So Northwestern 35 nothing over Western Illinois. Maryland over Northern Illinois. Boise State's winning, and that's pretty much all the games for tonight. 26-14. So they're not going to cover the 14 and a half if you bet it. And I thought about betting it, but I didn't do it. Yeah, never bet the first week, guys. Never bet the first week. First rule of NFL, I'm not betting the first week. Now I bet us. I won some money off Tucker Gleason, Toledo's coach. They had him only throwing for 200 yards, and I'm like, they run the air raid, and I bet some money, and he threw for whatever 270. Upset at home, 31-27. We are getting the upset at home. Oh, 31-27. You think so, Kaka? That'd be a good score. I mean, that's going to be close to the Vegas score, 30 something to 20 something. They had problems stopping the run, and if we can run on them, look out, look out. I mean, look, Georgia State 5.6 yards a carry. I want you to understand how bad that really is. And when you watched it real time, you're like, man, their front seven is soft. What's going on here? Maybe they were just laying back. I don't know. Maybe they just were, not trying to get hurt. I mean, that could have been part of it, to be honest with you. Flag, one hand catch Louisville this time. Flag. Well, Louisville's going to pull it out. So you know what, Jeff Brom, that would have been something if he would have lost. Man, they would have been like I said, dude. You lose these days in college football, people just gonna be ready to throw you out in the first game here. All right, guys. What do we got here? Ethan, the running back just took off. Oh, okay. Well, all right, guys. Tomorrow, what do we got for numbers here? Calzada over under 157 yards. He has to throw for 157 yards, or we will not win this game. If those receivers do not get open and do not catch the ball when he hits them in the hands and the running back and the tight end, we will lose. He has to hit this. I don't think Simmons will hit 260. I think they're going to run the ball. I think this is not right. Dowdell, 45 yards. McGowan, 57. Lacey for Ole Miss, 64 yards. Then receiving, they got Caddis, 22 and a half. Macklin, 24, over and under 24 and a half. And Ole Miss, they have four Ole Miss receivers with 45 to 50 yards. That's a lot. So they think they're going to throw on us. I think Kiffin's going to run the ball if he's smart and beat us at our own game. So we shall see. Uh, JMU gave him a game. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Then looks like they're not going to cover the 14 and a half if you bet that. So, but look, Vegas is like I said, Vegas. They don't miss. They miss sometimes, but they don't miss a lot, guys. These people that come on, the podcast and say we're going to beat 52-7. Well, did you look at the numbers? No. Well, then what do you just? I feel like we're going to lose 52-7 or win 52-7. Okay, well, dude, you can feel like anything you want. I can say it, but what does that mean? Do I have any stats, any numbers to back it up? Any numbers from the other game, that Georgia played in Kentucky? Watch though, JMU made it ugly. Well, Jeff Brom's a good coach, but yeah, this is why we're ahead of them in the power rankings, guys. At the beginning of the year, we were 34. Louisville was 41. Mississippi State was 52. Vanderbilt was 56. And people are saying we're the worst team in the SEC. No, no, technically we're not. I know you want us to be, but technically, by the numbers, we are not. So we'll see. Now we may end up, but somebody else may end up. Chargers over the Chiefs, 13-12, right before the half. Wow. Okay, that's a close game. Uh, all right, guys. What do you think about our receivers tomorrow? We're going to stay on a couple more minutes here. I'm going to stay on a couple more minutes. And what about our receivers, Randy? Speaking of Vandy, you think they beat? You know what, Randy? That's on the road. They barely beat them. And Virginia Tech played South Carolina pretty good. South Carolina ran back a kick, right? I think Virginia Tech might pull that one out. I don't even know I don't even know what Vegas has that at. That's a good thing. What does Vegas have that at? I think Virginia Tech, you know, they surprised Virginia Tech. I don't think they surprised them this year. We shall see. I don't know what the line on that game is. Texas A&M plays Utah State. Okay, that's an easy one. Kentucky, Kansas, and Missouri. Missouri's favored. That's on ESPN. Paul Feinbaum wouldn't allow us to ESPN to game day to go to Kentucky and Ole Miss. He thinks they made them go to Kansas and Missouri, which okay, whatever. If you want to lose that, you can. They'll lose ratings on that. I cannot find a Vanderbilt game, but I wonder if they're favored over Virginia Tech. I think it was really, really close. Tennessee 40 and a half. Georgia 48 and a half, Randy. I don't think I'd bet that because they may have mercy on them. Yeah, I don't know what the Vanderbilt game is now. She said that Florida plays South Florida, Arkansas plays Arkansas State. Man, we got a hard game. We're the only. Wow, man, does anybody? I guess we're the. They said we had the best game in the SEC. I guess they're right. Uh, Tulane, South Alabama. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the Western Kentucky, Toledo, Kansas, and Mizzou. Yeah, trophy game. Yeah, I know they're playing for the whatever rivalry, and it's a bigger game. But that's not even. Kansas is not even an SEC team. I mean, it seems to me you'd want to, you know, put your league game on there. But I get it. Whatever. I mean, Virginia Tech is a 2.5 point favorite over Vanderbilt. That should tell you something right there, guys. So Vanderbilt, we'll see how good they are. They are 2.5 point underdog. No, I don't think the dogs will cover that because you know what, Randy? Oh, you think they will? Yeah, no, no, no. That's too high. Look, they're going to have mercy. You're going to put your backups in. Dude, if it's 45 to nothing, why would you keep everybody? No, you're right. Never bet those high numbers because, they're going to let them, you're going to be playing against the Georgia's third string. They might actually score some points at the end of the game and blow that up. Yeah, I wouldn't bet that. Yeah, I don't, they don't need to cover that. Let's put it that way. Just get out of there with a win. Let Gunnar Stockton play as much as you want him to and get the offense going. And then, yeah, it's a practice. That's more of a practice game for Georgia. That's like us playing Tennessee Tech. I think Tennessee Tech is barely uh, whatever conference we said they were in. We had to look it up, and I don't even remember what it was. American Conference or something. I don't even. So yeah, but no, guys, 17 people on Thomas Kentucky Football Nation. We're going to do football. We're going to do basketball, but we're going to do football tomorrow and be here at 30 minutes before kickoff, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock Central, 3 Eastern. Right here, we'll do a pregame show. We will live chat the game, and then following the game, we'll do a post-game show. So we will do it all just like we did last week, and we're going to have fun. Don't come in here all sad. This is not KSR. This is not Nick Roush. I like Nick Roush and Adam Luckett, but don't come in here like it's a funeral. Get fired up. We can win this game. We beat them last year. We can beat them again. If they're not all this so good that we can't beat them. I mean, hell, we probably had a chance to beat Georgia if Stoops wouldn't have messed that up. And then everybody, the year might have turned out differently had he not punted, and the players might not have quit on him. But such is life, and that didn't happen. We'll see. I think the game will be close. Vegas has it. The line has went from 10.5 to 8.5 in our favor, but that's still Ole Miss over under 30 and a half. Kentucky over under 20 and a half. I think we can score more than 20 on them. If they can't stop the run, we're going to score more than 20 on them. I can tell you that because, man, their defensive line, either they were just playing, holding off, or because, man, they ran for 200 yards, 191 yards on Georgia on 34 carries. So 5.6 yards a carry. I mean, so if we could do that, we'll be fine. Yeah. They won't stack the box and all that stuff about stacking the box. No, they won't. So they will run the ball. Ole Miss will run the ball. Wait and see. They're not going to have him, a damn freshman quarterback, standing back there throwing 25, 30, 40 times. No, you're going to run the ball, is what you're going to do. Uh, so I think if they win, they beat us at our own game. I think, so yeah, like I said, 31-24 is probably a good score. I'm not picking us to win, but I think we can hang in there. And if we can keep it to a one-score game, like last year, they missed a field goal. There was a lot of pressure. Well, there's a lot of pressure on them now because their coach is done and their football program is done if they lose to us again. Lane Kiffin is going to have to leave. And, that's a lot of pressure. on one game. So we shall see. All right, guys, I'm going to stay just a few more minutes here. Anything you want to talk about? How's Calzada going to do tomorrow? Before we leave tomorrow, I think Calzada bounces back. And like I said, if you watch the film, damn, wide receivers, tight. You got to help them out, guys. Catch the ball. We have guys getting two hands on the ball, dropping the ball. How did you get your helmet? Have a few of them. I bought this off eBay, Randy. My helmet off eBay because I had to. Because I was like, where am I going to get a helmet? eBay. Somebody had it. I did it in like right after basketball season. Like right at the end of basketball season, and it was at a good price. I think I got that helmet for about $70, and it's a nice looking helmet. But yeah, they're expensive now. You get on there now, I mean, you're gonna pay 150, $200 for that helmet. I just got it when it's slightly used and you can't tell it. Okay, but yeah, I like the helmet. I never had it. I thought, yeah, I might as well have a prop if I'm gonna do a channel. The flag, the basketball, the football. Uh, Ethan, do you think we take their spot in the ranking if we win? Oh, you mean Miss the spot? What do they rank? Like 20th or something? Now I don't know if we. I mean, if they're 20th, we could. I don't even know what they're ranked. In the power rankings, they're fine. They think they should be ranked in the top 10, and they're disrespected and blah blah blah, which actually helps our case. Dude, who's going to play angry? Telling them they're going to be mad. Okay, well, play angry. Go ahead and see how that works for you. Yeah. Yeah, don't play angry. You never play angry. I don't know if we take their spot, dude. I don't know what it will take for us. I don't know if we'd be in the top 25, even if we beat them. We should, but I don't know. These when you start looking at writers and the own SEC writers don't like us. I mean, the people in the SEC network, Feinbaum, them don't like us. So, dude, for us to get in we're going to have to win more than that. If we beat South Carolina and we go 4-0 going into Georgia, okay, now you're looking at we'll probably be ranked. Then maybe Randy, if we go 4-0, maybe ESPN would actually, or Game Day or SEC Nation would actually come to Athens. I don't know, man. We're kryptonite. I think Wildcat highlights. Tom, very surprised. Did not see Kendrick Law in a jet sweep versus Toledo. Yeah, he did it one time. You know why we didn't? Because he did it one time and he got stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. I hate that play, Wildcat highlights, dude. Get that play out of the arsenal. It will not work. They need to do the Wandale Robinson with him. Just get him out in space, a 2 to 5 yard pass. That's all he needs. Don't do that sweep. They did it one time in the first quarter, and he got popped right behind. I think he lost a yard, and then they're like, we probably shouldn't do that. Well, don't even fake doing it. Stop running that play. Kendrick Law, man, Stelato's got to play. All right, guys. Well, look, we're going to call it for the night. We're going to call it a night. Randy, brother, thanks for coming in here. Go Dogs. We always, unless you're playing us, I'm rooting for Gunner Stockton. I know everybody, Paul Feinbaum says he's not that good, but we'll see. We'll see how good Gunner, like you said, Gunner Stockton's going to be fine. I think Calzada comes around because I think our wide receivers have to catch the ball. And that's not the offensive coordinator's fault. Before I leave this room, Van Hiles, who used to play, I think he played for Kentucky, said the receivers have to help the quarterback out and they have to help out the offensive coordinator by getting open and catching the ball. Because Cutter Boley can't do any better if guys can't get open and drop the ball and fumble. It doesn't matter if Patrick Mahomes is our quarterback. It doesn't matter if not Bill Belichick, whoever you like as offensive coordinator. Doesn't matter who it is if we don't execute the play. All right, thanks, Randy. Good luck, man. Yeah, hey, take it easy on those guys. Don't get anybody hurt. Uh, Gave them a free interception. Who's JMU? Oh, okay. Well, hey, that happens, man. All right. Well, look, guys, meet me back in here tomorrow, 2 Central, 3 Eastern. We're going to watch the game. Come in here fired up. We have a chance. I'm telling you right now. The numbers say, I know you just heard that before I leave, that Ole Miss guy came in here and said they're going to win 41-17 or whatever. That's what all their fans feel like. Hope, Premier. That's not what the numbers say. Did you forget the game last year? Did you forget? We're going to run back through this movie again. You blew out some people last year, and then you got to us, and they think because they blew out Georgia State, they just going to walk in here. Okay, All right, we're going to run that movie back again. Let's just run it back again. And that's not what the numbers say. So don't think we can't win this game because we can. So get fired up. I'll see everybody come in here tomorrow. If you haven't subscribed, guys, hit that subscribe button. Come in here tomorrow for the pregame show, 2 Central, 3 Eastern. The game starts 30 minutes after that, and we start rolling, and we will do a postgame show. No matter what happens, we'll be on here for hours, and we're going to have fun. So if you don't want to have fun, don't come in. If you're going to be negative, go listen to KSR. Don't come in here. We're positive. We're going to get rolling, okay? All right, listen, everybody have a good night. Be careful. If you're going to the game tomorrow, hey, chime in here tomorrow. And you know what? Listen, we can do this, okay? Listen, we can do this. I'm just saying. We have a chance. So look, everybody be safe out there, and I will see you tomorrow for the pregame show, 2 Central, 3 Eastern. Everybody have a good night.